Hi, guys, and welcome back to the LeLoni Grace podcast. I have a really fun guest with me today. I've had the pleasure of meeting her a couple times in person now. And this girl, you feel her energy before she even walks into the room. She is larger than life. She is so fun. Welcome, Jenna. How are you doing tonight, Jenna?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Thank you.
So let's jump right into things. You are just like this energetic little bunny. I love it. It's so great.
Hence my name, Jenna Big Energy.
Yes, it suits you so perfectly. Okay, so you have been an entrepreneur for quite some time now. Why don't you start by telling me how you got into running your own business?
Honestly, I just always knew. Like I worked for some people when I was like a teenager and like when I exited high school, got into like the aesthetics industry and the beauty industry and worked for somebody like for a couple years and I just always knew like I just was never fulfilled. I just always felt like that animal that was caged and I just knew that I needed to just like do my own thing. But I had a lot of fear back then. I was young. I was like 20 years old. So yeah, but finally at 21, I just kind of ventured out on my own. I got an opportunity to contract. And so that kind of was a perfect like entry into like entrepreneurship. And then it's just kind of scaled from there. So yeah, it's kind of just in my blood. I can't even fathom working for somebody now.
Right? I know I've always been the same way. I've worked for people in the past and it's just like, I can't do this anymore. I need to work for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
Some
either
people
in
just know.
Yeah, honestly, you either like have that entrepreneurial like spirit in your blood or like you don't. And it's like
Yeah.
both are so valid.
Mhm.
We need both. We need nine to fivers and we need entrepreneurs because obviously we need the nine to fivers to work for the entrepreneurs and we need the entrepreneurs to hire the nine to fivers.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
need both roles, right? So like both are just equally as important. But yeah, like if you have that entrepreneurial spirit, like man, trying to be an employee is just
It's
not a fun.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been running your aesthetic business for how long now?
Well, I mean, yeah, I started contracting when I was 21 and I've been in the industry. Yeah, I've been in the industry since I was 19, but yeah, I started running my own thing at 21, so 13 going on 13 years.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And then I also have had other businesses. So I've always been in the aesthetics industry in some aspect or not. But then I've also like I was a co-owner of a construction business
Wow.
and I also like helped a company when I first moved to Cologne, I helped a company do like accounting and bookkeeping and doing stuff like that. So I've dabbled, in kind of a few different things. So
No kidding. How did you get into owning a construction business?
well, like everybody has a past and all that kind of stuff. So I was with a partner and like he had a history of being in that kind of industry and we had an opportunity come across us where we like bought into this business and we just did it together while we were together.
Wow.
So I just like ran everything from the back end and then he kind of handled all the front end stuff. So yeah, it was
Wow.
yeah, it was a cool experience and I learned a lot. I know a ton about stuff. Like, yeah, I know a lot about construction. I know a lot about building. I know a lot about all that kind of stuff and like,
Yeah.
different kind of things. And yeah, it's a good life experience.
Yeah, I know. When you have an entrepreneurial mind, you'll like just jump into anything. Like I've owned several businesses in the past too and just kind of dabbled here and there and everywhere and you learn so much from it.
That's the thing, man. Like that business taught me so much about just business ownership as a whole, right? Because it was like it was much bigger. Like my aesthetics business back home was always on a smaller scale. Like, and I was always solo and stuff like that. And like that was like my entry into like a bigger, larger size business and like running people and like doing this kind of thing. Man, it taught me a lot. Like I carry a lot of what I learned from that business into like how now I have a larger scale. Like I have a whole studio, I have, people that contract for me, I have all these things. So it's just like, but that experience taught me so much about what I know now running my studio. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. And you run a coaching business as well, right?
Yes.
How long
Yes.
have you been doing that for?
So honestly, like I kind of just like naturally trickled into it. So essentially, like long story short, I mean, I've been going through like healing stuff for like quite a long time. I had a very like traumatic childhood, things like that. So through my own like healing experiences, starting counseling, I started learning about energy work. And then that led me into identity belief work through just my own, like I said, my own healing and learning about myself and understanding like my own thought processes, how and why I did things, how and why I leave things, like blah blah blah. And then what ended up happening was over the course. So I've been studying this work for about almost 5 years now. And it just kind of like it literally just trickled into like all of my clients every single day because I work so closely with people that I was literally coaching every day in my clinic, like in my studio.
Yeah.
It's like I started, and I didn't realize it at first, but then it literally was like one day it just kind of clicked. Like, like literally it was like people were literally having coaching sessions with me when I was working on their skin. And I kind of always knew that I'm born to be a leader. I'm born to like help people and impact and like create this like deep transformation in people. And I love what I do with like skin work and stuff like that. It's so fulfilling. But there was always like this level of me that like there's more. There's more, like there's deeper. You're meant to impact people on a deeper level. And so one day it just clicked and I was like, holy like I'm actually taking all of this identity and mindset and belief work and I'm literally helping people with it every single day. I'm just not getting paid for it.
Yeah, right?
That was the reality of it, right? I was like, I'm just doing this for free.
Yeah.
Some of my clients would literally be like, you're literally like my counselor. Like I'm like, I save money on counseling. And I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. So it just kind of clicked. I think that I'm like actually supposed to like be, a leader in this space. So, and like when I kind of first started trickling into it a couple years ago, like mindset work was talked about a lot, but not identity.
Mm.
And now it's people like now all of the pieces, as more people are learning about identity work, energy work, and how it all clicks to like, manifestation and all these things, it's like, it's actually the most important piece of it. And us kind of like creating the lives that we want, your identities are the most important piece. And so now that it like people are realizing it, it's actually becoming a much larger talked about thing.
Yeah.
So, you'll see more mindset coaches like, talking about it and this and that. And so yeah, it's really cool to be able to impact people in that way. And it just like is so fulfilling. So how I kind of describe my style is like, I kind of describe it like counseling on crack. Like that's kind of what it's like I am working with people because of my own traumas. Like I have a lot of experience with like traumatic experiences and working through those and healing through those. So I not only like work with people on their identities, their beliefs, like their all of these things, but I also dive into the traumas, the coping mechanisms, all of these things because it all ties into one another. Our belief systems and our identities are created from our experiences, which
Totally.
often link back to traumas or childhood or whatever. So it's really important that when you're working with people, like you're breaking through all of those
Yeah.
pieces. So that's kind of what I say. Like when people inquire to work with me, I'm just like, are you ready to like get really real with yourself? Are you ready to like dig deep into the that you don't want to? Because that's what we're going to do. It's going to be,
Yeah.
it's like, you're going to have to get really real and honest with yourself. And if you aren't ready to do that, then you aren't ready for me,
Yeah,
you know?
it's a lot of work. Lots of people just like suppress all those feelings and thoughts and memories, and they don't want to go back into them.
Girl, I literally like I didn't take my healing serious until I got serious about leaving my ex-husband. Like that was when
I
I
feel
like
yeah.
because I knew like it finally just came to a point in my life where I was like, I'm not going to have the ability to leave this relationship if I don't start healing my stuff. And I knew that I needed to leave. Like I knew for such a long time I needed to leave, but it just, it was like I needed to start working on this piece to be able to give me the strength, the ability to, right? So, but I just did. I just suppressed it. I pushed it away. I used
Mhm.
everybody else's validation. Like people would be like, wow, like I had, like, if something came up in conversation with a client or whatever, they'd be like, I literally would have assumed you came from like such a good home. You're so well rounded. You have yourself together, like all of this stuff. Like nobody would ever assume that I came from what I came from, because I just ran the opposite direction and just like wanted nothing to do with anything that was close to what my parents did, or any, just anything. So I disguised it really well. I disguised my trauma really well. Yeah. So it's just very interesting. And then I would use people's validation. I was like, well, I'm doing such a good job. Like, I don't need counseling. Like, what do you mean? Like, I've got this handled. Like, I'm good, right?
Yeah.
But no, we all have it doesn't matter if you come from trauma or not. Trauma is subjective, which
Mm-hmm.
means that there is no measurement. Like, you can have the
Yeah.
perfect family, and you can still carry stuff that you have no idea is there. And that's why it's so important for everyone to just like and just work through some stuff, because you'll discover stuff you had no idea was there.
Totally. Yeah. When I left my ex-husband, I actually started my healing journey by getting online, starting my YouTube channel and doing makeup tutorials. I started building my self-confidence again, which had been totally destroyed. And I was like, oh, I actually have some worth. I actually have some value. I maybe deserve better than this. And that was the start of my healing journey. And it's been a journey. And I definitely like tried to run from it for a while before realizing, no, I got to actually work on this and figure it out and work through everything.
Yeah. There's that quote that they say where it's like you have to go through it to grow through it. So
Totally.
it's like you have to relive it. Like, you have to go through the pain of what happened, or the experiences that you've had,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to come out on the other side, or else you're always going to somehow stay stuck, because those experiences again create your identities, and you will literally always default. You'll always default back, right? So it's like that's your baseline. So if you don't start healing it and creating new identities by healing it, guess what? You're just going to keep repeating the same cycles, keep repeating the same patterns, keep meeting the same type of people, keep making the same amount of money. Like, this is just how it works. That's how energy and all of it works, right?
Yeah. And it's crazy because I thought I had done so much healing. And then I joined this online business and realized that there was other areas that I needed to work on. And my mind has been blown the work that I've done since joining. Like,
Dude,
my goodness.
you're telling me I literally, this is what I do, this is what I teach. And I had no freaking idea how many identities I still had buried around, like what business had to look like,
Right?
making a certain amount of money, like what that entailed had to look like, how hard you had to work, how much hustle you had to put in. Oh
Yeah.
my God. It blew my whole world up, girl. And
Right?
I work with this stuff every day. So like, believe me, I get it.
Well,
But that's
hustle
actually,
culture is so like pushed on us right
oh
now.
my
Like
God.
that boss babe thing. It's just like, it's almost overwhelming. And we've been conditioned to that now. And we have to like work through that and break that down now.
Oh yeah, seriously. Because it's like, I feel like it's like gone from one extreme to the other. So it's like it's going from like this like extreme hustle culture, like the very ego masculine, and like women have taken on that role, right? Because it's like this
Mm-hmm.
whole fight for equality. We want to be as equal as men, therefore we'll just like take on the masculine role of like whatever, right? So it's like gone so far from that way to now it's like I'm starting to see this like shift where it's almost too far the other way too, where it's like nobody wants to put in any effort
Yeah.
in some cases. I'm not saying that like as a whole generalization. I'm just saying that like you are seeing that where it's like people are like, no, like I'm in my soft era, and like they take it to
There's
the
soft and
extreme
there's
where
too soft.
that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's not okay to rest. I'm not saying that it's like that is like I am a firm believer in that. I like, but dude, it's like, okay, but you do have to take accountability and put in effort.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just expect everything to just fall in front of you and it's going to be daisies and roses all the time. You have to do the work. You have to push through the you have to like there is action
Yeah.
required,
Like
right?
it's nice falling back into like that feminine energy, but even feminine energy requires work.
Action.
Yeah,
You
totally.
can be exactly, you can be in your divine feminine, but still take aligned action,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's yeah, and I get it. Like it sometimes can be a hard balance to kind of find, or like a hard kind of middle ground to find, but definitely it's doable. And it's just like, we need to remember that, like, we can't just stop taking action. We do still have to take action, but the key is taking aligned action, not forced masculine ego action.
Yes.
It's aligned, energetic flow action. That's the difference.
Yeah. Well, it was the masculine provider energy that ended me in bed for months on end in the first place. Like I left my husband. I was like, oh, I need to go get a labor intensive job. So I was working at Canada Post, lifting and sorting boxes and packages and doing manual labor. And it just broke my body. And I realized, okay, that's not aligned for me at all.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit how you got involved in this online business.
So, um, yeah, so essentially, like, I had a business coach at the time, and she she didn't approach me, but like, we were obviously working closely together because she was my business coach. And I trusted her very dearly with, obviously, my business. Business is my baby. So I'm like, if
Mm-hmm.
I trust you with my business, I trust you very very
I trust you with
highly.
my life.
Trust you with my life, girl. Yeah, so she didn't approach me directly, but I just started seeing what she was doing. And so
Mm-hmm.
I got curious. And prior to that, just a little like background, like, you honestly, prior to that, like, couldn't get me to look at any sort of thing that was even remotely close to network marketing or affiliate marketing or anything like that, solely because I have been in the beauty aesthetics kind of people industry for so long. And I can't even explain to you how many times that I've had people approach me and be like, oh my God, sell this product, do this thing,
You
and
should
it
sell
just,
Mary Kay, Jenna.
seriously though, like, I don't even know how many times I got approached to sell Avon, Mary Kay, Monat, friggin', I
Yep.
don't even know, like,
Yep.
everything, right? And so and obviously I've looked at all of those compensation plans, and like, I'm like, you guys, like, I'm not hustling over here for freaking crumbs. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but like, I just, nothing against people that are in those businesses that thrive, that whatever, it's not in alignment with me. That's just what it is, right? So I just was never a fan of their structures, their compensation plans. It just wasn't for me. And so I pretty much just got to a point where I was an anti network marketing, affiliate marketing, like, no, 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 no. And so the fact that, like, I was even curious to even, but again, it's just because of who she was.
Mm-hmm.
It's because she was her and she was my business coach, and I trusted her so well that I was like, well, if you trust this, I'm like, I just want to, like, check it out. So anyway, so that's kind of what happened. And then I was just, the moment I seen the compensation plan, the moment I learned about the product and then started researching the product, like, it was just like all of the dots just connected. And I was like, this is in full alignment with me. I am the type of person that anything I stand behind. So like, even in my like skin clinic, like, I don't have 3,000 retail products because I'll cherry pick from like this line, this line, this line, and I'll have like 30 curated selected products because I cannot stand behind something that I do not fully believe in. So if I don't love something, or I don't think that it is 100% like I'm obsessed with it for what's going to help you, I will not represent it. I will not stand behind it. I will not, like, like, I am a very authentic, honest person. I can't lie to save my life. Like, I can't. Like, I'll either break out in tears or I'll laugh.
Aw,
Like, yeah, I can't lie. I just cannot. It's not even like in me.
that's
So
good.
yeah, so that's just how I'm designed. And so it was just when like I said, when I researched the technology, when I learned about it, I was like, holy this is like groundbreaking. How have I never heard of this before? And then I seen the compensation structure. I seen the lifetime, the legacy
The legacy
pension, the
pension.
long term. Like,
Yeah.
I was mind blown. I was like, the investment to get into this compared to the potential ROI, compared to the potential just long term of, like I said, the legacy pension, the long term wealth of it. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I can't even explain to you how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that I have put into my businesses
Yeah.
over the years. And like, yes, they pay well and all of those things, like, they pay high lucrative incomes, but like it costs a lot of money to run these
Yeah.
businesses. And the ROI, like, I'm just like, I'm like, this is a no brainer. Like, I literally am like, anybody who has any sort of like business mindset or understands what the term ROI, return on investment, means, like, will look at this and be like, you'd be dumb not to come. Like, you'd be dumb not to invest. I
Absolutely.
I was just like, it to me, no brainer. I couldn't unsee what I seen once I seen it.
Yeah, anyone who has run a business and knows the kind of overhead that you usually put into a business and then to get that kind of ROI, like most businesses don't make any money in the first 3 years. And this, people are making money within 3 to 6 months. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
after their investments paid off, it's insane. And the
Yeah.
compensation plan is like nothing I've ever seen before.
Yeah. I know. It's like I said, it's a no-brainer. And so yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, can't even, yeah, it's just no words. No words.
Yeah, right? It
I'm
just leaves you
just
speechless. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the product because you're kind of the water girl of our team.
Yeah, literally. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, talk to Jenna, talk to Jenna." Because
Yeah.
again, like, I'm just, if I get on like anything that I stand behind, I will just go, like, I run with it and I research it to the nines, because I want to fully understand it. I want to fully understand it so that I can teach and educate. Because that's, again, it's like, I'm all about impact. I'm all about, like, so it's like, if I don't fully understand it, how can I educate you on it? And you can benefit from this. I know you can, but if I don't fully understand how you can benefit, then I don't feel good. That just
Yeah.
doesn't sit with me, right? So yeah, so I just, like, I've gone to down the rabbit hole and gone through all the lengths. So yeah, so the technology, it's like, when people call it a water filtration system, I actually kind of want to laugh because I'm like, it's not a
It's
water filtration system. It's literally a health technology. It's a very
mhm.
advanced Japanese technology. That's what it is. And it is like essentially it is the like best health hack that you could even just ever imagine, because you're already consuming water on a daily basis. So you literally just have to purchase this technology, which is just a machine that converts your everyday water into this technology. Um, so yeah, do you want me to like dive into like explaining it? Like,
Yeah, tell us what the machine
okay,
actually does.
okay. I'm a go. So essentially the water goes into the machine, and it goes through a process called electrolysis. It gets electrocuted, and then, which essentially like activates molecular hydrogen into the water. So it converts it from water to active live molecular hydrogen. And then it spits it out. You can set a pH on the machine. So it's not only active molecular hydrogen, it also has a pH level. So why that's so important? One is because our bodies are made up of like a really good percentage of water, right? Our cells, our organs, like everything, we're a good high percentage of water ourselves. The thing is that we're not actually just water, we're actually like H2. Like, we are bio-identically matched to what this technology creates. So when you are putting this product into your body says, "Oh, that matches me. That aligns with me," right? So it's able to deliver it right into your cell.
Mhm.
And the beautiful thing that some new research has just shown, there's a gentleman on Instagram named Tyler. I can't remember his last name, but anyways, he's like devoted his life to studying molecular hydrogen and its health benefits and all these things. So I follow him very closely. Um, New research has just been released within the last like 3 months that they discovered that it not only actually penetrates into just your cell, it actually penetrates into your which is
Wow.
your engine of your cell. So if your
Yeah.
mitochondria is not well, you are not well.
Mhm.
Your energy, everything, like your mitochondria affects everything. So it delivers the molecular hydrogen right into your mitochondria. And then whatever pH you're setting it at also gets delivered right into your mitochondria. So we're talking, they say like it's really strong antioxidant. Yes, but it's actually like, it's so much more than that. Like, it is like think about like reverse aging from the inside out. So
Mhm.
you are like literally healing your mitochondria, you're healing your telomeres, you're healing all these things from the inside of your body out, as well as, of course, like antioxidation, which when we look at oxidation in our bodies, so the beautiful thing about this technology is it has one of the highest levels of negative ORP. So ORP is oxidation reduction potential, which means that when we are exposed to foods and like our environment and like the sun and like chemicals and radiation and like all of these things on a daily basis that we just like consume through our everyday lives, it creates in our body what's called oxidative stress. So it's essentially just like negatively oxidized, free radicals and stress that puts a strain on our body, puts a strain on our mitochondria, puts a strain on our cells, puts a strain on everything. So when you're consuming this technology, you are drastically like reducing the ORP in your body. So you're
Wow.
reducing all that oxidative stress, which then allows your body to naturally heal because it's
Hmm.
not it's not in fight or flight mode, essentially, right?
It's
So
truly amazing.
yeah, it's so amazing. And like oxidative stress is the number one thing that contributes to aging in our bodies and our skin.
Wow.
So coming from a skin girl over here, like that's huge
No
because
kidding.
like, everybody in my clinic, like they all are like, how do like, like what treatment do I need? What product do I need?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I say it's like the number one health hack. Cause I'm like, you like literally like my skin is so much different in the last
Hmm.
6 months of using this technology. My energy levels, my immune system, I can't even explain to you my immune system. Like so strong. I've been around so many boogery little children and coughing and sick. And like, I don't have children myself, but we live really closely with like our nephews. And like, seriously, I do not get sick. Like, I used to get a sinus infection twice a year,
Wow.
seasonal changes. I have not had any sign of a sniffle, any sign of a plugged sinus, any sign of anything. My immune system is like insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
And not to mention, like, how hydrated you feel.
Yes.
It's
Yes, for sure.
crazy.
Yeah. Cause like I said, the it's actually able to go like actually fully hydrate into your cells, whereas
And you can
normally
feel
you
it.
can feel it. Yeah, like you can feel it. Like it's legit. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. My lips are less chapped. Like in the winter, my lips are so chapped, but drinking this water, they're not chapped. My skin feels plumper and hydrated. In the winter, it gets so dry. Like, oh, it's just
Mhm.
amazing. Like, who knew you could see a physical difference just by changing the water that you drink?
I know. I know. I know. And that's what's so cool is that it's yeah, we hold this like really cool like gold mine in our hands that's just like I truly believe like my personal opinion is that within 10 years like it will just be like a known device that is like it's almost like a microwave, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just something that just like every household kind of needs or wants or whatever that just like it's just an everyday appliance.
Mm-hmm. Except for it's 10 million times better than a microwave because microwaves are actually horrible for us,
Yes,
but this
the
is
migraines are horrible,
amazing.
yes, yes. But just to compare to, like, the
Yeah.
necessity of it, right? Like,
It's def
people don't live in their homes without microwaves.
People need this product for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for diving into like the science behind it all because we haven't had anyone do that on the podcast yet. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's
I'm your
really
girl.
fun. I've even learned some stuff. Like I've not dove into it nearly as much as you. I do know like most of the surface level stuff. So it's fun to actually be educated by you.
Yeah, totally, totally, yeah, I'm such a nerd with it, and I'm proud. I'm proud of it, I don't care, I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I love it."
Okay, Jenna, where can people find you online?
Uh, on Instagram, on Facebook,
What's your handle on Instagram?
Jenna_big energy.
Perfect. We'll have that in the show notes as well. So, if you guys have any questions about the business or about the water specifically, Jenna's your girl. You can contact her. You can contact me. We'll let you know what's up. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jenna. It was so much fun.
Yeah, that was great, I loved it. Thanks for having me on,
No
appreciate it.
problem. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay.
Bye,
Sounds good.
guys.